Yeah, let me begin you. Let me start you off from the plane then. Let's start you off from the plane. It's here. Literally on our way here, like it was myself and Johnny. We took the plane straight. Well, not a direct flight. We a direct flight as into what's the place that we go to that's warm? Dominican. The Dominican Republic. We went to the Dominican Republic to here. And on the way there, again, the guy that was sitting beside me just happened to be Chad. The guy to the right of me was another cool guy that just happened to be cool to talk to. But both of them said the same thing to me. They were like, "So, do you know any Spanish?" And I was like, "I don't know any Spanish. I know like 100 words, maybe 200 words." They're like, "Oh, dude, you're gonna want to learn some Spanish." And I was like, "Okay, well, this trip is the trip that's gonna allow me to do that." But and I did. I definitely know more than I did leaving. But after the end of the trip, I was like, "Dude, I gotta fucking get this language down." I have to get this language down at this point because I know there's a large language barrier because of that, and I didn't know it was gonna be that large because usually I go to places that its first language is English, so it's easy for me to translate and so on. And I also wanted to use this trip as a segue into the next big trip, which will eventually be Japan, either this end of this year or next year, more likely next year. But yeah, so I met Chad on the plane and chatting with him, hitting it off, whatever. He's passing me his Instagram and he's like, "Bro, I'm gonna be in Medellin. So when you show up to Medellin, give me a call, we'll hang out." And I don't think he thought that I was gonna do it. But I definitely did it because uh, so I messaged him after, when the day came. But as we dropped down off the plane, and then we met up with Sebastian. And we already started like our journey basically. We ended up first going to this choripero place, so like a hot dog side stand, but it's like the hot dog side stand of the city. Like everybody knows it, and I was like, okay, this is we're already like deep inside of being in the city, enjoying ourselves. Went there and enjoyed ourselves. We ate food there. But I think the hot dog the chori was like $4 or something like that. But it had fried cheese, it had fried little potato flakes. It had all these different type of sauces that's going on in there, like tartar sauce, on top of tartar sauce, mayonnaise that tastes like ranch. This is the stuff that you guys eat normally, right? He's like, yeah, this is the thing that you eat on the street. There's no such thing as, Toronto street meat here. There's just good food wherever you go on the street. And we noticed that at the beginning that there's a little bit of things happening here that are definitely different, of course. For one, everybody's driving like they're mad, but they somehow coordinate themselves. I couldn't couldn't not could not wrap my head around that at the beginning. I still because I'm like, dude, you guys are driving like you're crazy, but I don't see any cars crashing. Like, no cars are crashing right now. Like you drive in Toronto, you'll see at least one accident hour. Like every hour, 2 hours, you'll see a car hitting another car, or a car that just hit another car.
It's true. The saying is true.
Like,
Here, people just
doesn't make any sense. And then we went to this local bar that's like the inside of the city walls. So we tried to do something really tame and calm at the beginning, just because we showed up at like 11 p.m. at night, so we showed up pretty fucking late. And from there, we actually stayed at that location, and then we met one of our first like good group of people. So we met this guy named Juan, and he was with his friend. He was with these two other ladies, and they're all hanging out together. Turns out they're on a double date, and we just kind of like we kind of were just like, hi. The first day, we went to go see Juan, see him at the bar with that other black guy.
oh,
Yeah, the first day, and that's when Kayla was mad and blah 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 blah. I don't even know what.
John.
Yeah. Yeah, these women, bro. Every time we hung out with a lady, we had this running joke that they're like, okay, they just want to hang out with us because they just want to go back to Canada, bro. They just want to go back to Canada where it's. But it was fun to be in that location, especially somebody that could translate, can talk to us, and so on. But once again, when I was there, he's like, "Dude, you guys don't know Spanish. You guys gotta figure it out." And I swear to God, like every other day, somebody told us that, and I was like, "I know. Okay, we got to do it. Figure it out." And yeah, that was basically the first night. We just drank a lot and hung out a lot with this guy and became buddies with him. Like all these street things would happen like while we're walking around. Alcohol is cheap. It was like for a 2-6 was like $17, $18. Can walk and drink, perfect, no problem with that. Like, and again, that's like a culture shock for me. Obviously, I was like, every place I've been to, there's always some type of hiding in order to do that. But here, they're like, dude, if you want to drink, if you want to bring a bottle into the bar, give us some money, and we'll let you drink this bottle in the bar. They're making money at however they can because they don't make a lot of money in general. So at some points, they just don't care. They're just like, whatever, just take it, take it. We were there for the music festival. Actually, we were supposed to go to the music festival on the 5th. We showed up on the 2nd. We had a few days to kind of hang out, do other things, do other trips, events before the festival. We did again meet up with another group of people that also live here. Well, they went to that Buena Vita Music Festival already, so they're really good with the area and how to set up with it and so on. They're friends with Sebastian as well. So we ended up being friends with them because, well, why not, right? Of course. And even hanging out with them, they said, just to let you know, this festival, the guy, Ahmed, the guy put us to the side and he's like, let me talk to you about my girlfriend for a second. Like, just keep your eyes in your head because it's going to be the hardest thing to do at this festival. He's like, every single girl at this is like, yeah, it's like a 9 and plus. And I was like, don't tell me that. I just want to go to a festival and drink music. Easily the best music we've heard. It's called Buena Vita Festival. Yeah. Yeah, it was a quickie. It was a quickie festival. We did it to
3 days, bro. 3 days not a festival. 3 days not a weekend.
well, I mean, I go to Shambhala.
We danced for 95 kilometers distance in 35 hours straight. That's from Toronto to the exit of Guelph dancing. So you know.
Just two-stepping. Just two-stepping the whole way. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, our legs can do it. It's not our last rodeo show when it comes to it. I was like, let's do it. No, it usually ended at 2 o'clock actually, like in the morning. Parties and after parties, and buddy, the after parties that we went to,
Bro,
shut
the
up.
AP's here are unreal, bro.
Oh, I cannot even believe these people did this stuff on
The
purpose.
sound systems are just unreal, bro. Like Coda sound system, every AP has it.
Like every real AP, like every like official AP has it. Like fucking random APs open until like 12, but they have like a couple of sound systems that are pretty decent, and they still have CDJs and shit. But like the APs of the official like concert, bro, the sound system is like bass on bass on bass, and it's like it's 9:20 in the morning. Nobody wants to fucking leave.
Yeah,
Not a
it's
single soul.
daytime.
No daytime. People's having breakfast. Nobody's leaving that club. It's like we're only leaving because either one of us is fucked or we just ran out of everything. And even so, like the first AP that we went to, we ran out of money, drugs, booze, everything. And it was 9 in the morning. And I didn't want to leave. These guys gave up. The guys were like, my hips hurt.
Yeah,
like I
my
don't give a
body's
fuck.
telling me no.
But the bass was just hooked on. And then the second time that we went to the AP, I did too much liquid G, so my body was like, shut down.
Yeah.
And even though I was shutting down, I just sat down on a bench and I started tapping my foot of how good the party was. Like I was an hour just dying, sweating, almost passing out. And I'm like, I'm not leaving yet, guys. The music is so good.
And then I finally told him, okay, it's time. That's when he's like, okay, let's leave. I was like, all right. But what else? What happened? Yeah, we basically did this whole 9 yards. We went to beaches. We went to again different like tourist attractions. Basically, when it comes to the beach, people will be coming on at every point in the day because technically, I didn't know this. That Cartagena is actually considered like the Caribbean of Brazil. So people all over Brazil will go from wherever they are and go all the way north to that portion of Cartagena, Colombia, because that's considered their vacation island, which is not even an island, just a coast. But yeah, that's what it's considered. That's what it is, right? And it's literally only 2 hours or or so away from Jamaica. So it's not close at all, actually. Which is pretty crazy, but it's all the stuff that you learn while you're traveling, basically.
Okay, we met people that drove us around all the time.
Yeah, and there's somebody that drove us, like crazy that drove us. We found a god that drove us, like a legit angel on the planet Earth. We met an angel.
I met an
Yes, man, met an
I met
angel.
him and then he recognized me because he saw my flyer. He's like, he told me later, he's like, I talked to you that day because like I remember seeing a flyer of like Bastion and seeing a picture of you. So I knew you were like a DJ and that you gave me like a really good vibe. And he's like, bye. So at the beginning he was like hitting on me, but then we just became really good friends. So he stopped. And then he was just an angel. He's like, the world just works in like really, really cool, great ways. Because like we became friends, we party for 2 nights at the APs together and then we stopped talking for like 3 days. And then we fly to Medellin and he texts me out of nowhere. He's like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, yo, I just landed to Medellin. He's like, no way. I'm like, I just arrived back to my condo, which is like 30 minutes away from Medellin. Let me come get you guys. And then the guy just pulled up with like 3 bottles, fucking
Yeah,
drugs,
right at the club.
in an Audi. I'm like, all right.
Let's go.
He's like, let's go. And then we party for like a day and a half straight, and then he took us to like this spot called the Kioscos, the best soup we ever fucking had. Like a pickup soup. It's called sancocho.
Like a hangover cure, I guess you can say, because all the good food and all the good meat and just it's hot, so it's all there together at the same time. And I think we had that, I'd say 3 or 4 times.
Three,
over
four
it.
times. Every time that we were fucked, we just drank it.
Yeah, we're like, let's just eat this and this is the best thing. Yeah, it did wake us up 100%.
Bro. Some pickup of beer that is.
We did end up going like into the city walls and getting like scoring all the things that we needed to score basically, and it cost literally I think 30% of what it would cost normally in Toronto, and that's when we knew, okay, we're starting to like this. I'm starting to like this place now. It's going from like enjoying to liking to loving to I'm staying. I'm staying. But we picked up all this stuff and we checked out like there's a castle here, Castle San Felipe that we checked out. Massive castle.
Yeah.
Like going inside the areas that people would be trapped. Well, I would say trapped, like imprisoned and so on, because you notice that there's a river that goes right in front of the castle. So I mean, we're assuming that's where like a lot of ships and so on were at, like in the 1600s, 1700s, whatever. Um, Especially even when we're walking around in Cartagena, it happened the most. It didn't happen anywhere else, but in Cartagena, every place we'd walk, at least myself and Johnny, anyways, people would always speak to us and be like night walker ladies, just be like, "Hey boys, you guys should hang out with us. Oh, you should do this, you should do that." And we know obviously like it's all money. Like they're not hanging out with us. We can just tell obviously just how they're presenting themselves. Like trying to yeah, exactly, just being weird, trying to dance with us the whole 9 yards. The first night that we went to Sebastian gig, we went to this place. What's it called again?
What?
The first place, like first bar that you played at, that when we were here.
El Pasquin?
El Pasquin. Yeah, that place, El Pasquin. So we went to this, basically, I don't know, a good bar, and met.
Doesn't really compare to anything we had.
Yeah, exactly. It's just nice and cool in there. It's actually cold, like cold temperature wise. But too, it was cool in general. And us being there, just being able to speak as much as we could with all the people that were around. It wasn't hard because, again, if you try to put at least 1 or 2 words into a sentence, some people will be able to pick it up, and then it'll just make it super easy. And that was just the first night of us being there.
Okay.
We even ended up, before going to the festival, like hanging out with this good group of human beings that our friend Juan actually knew. This was at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was just John and myself. And this guy said, "Hey man, we have these girls that want to hang out with us. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, so it's either you go home or you go hang out with them." And we ended up hanging out with them till like 7 a.m. Actually, 7 a.m. That's a lot.
Nice.
Like a lot.
Bro, I remember I woke up. I came home. I was like, "Fuck this!" I'm like, "I'm going home. I'm tired. Like, I'm out." And I left in drinking.
Yeah, hanging out with
I
Juan.
left in drinking like a tree. And I wake up. My mom wakes me up. She's like, "Where's John and Jamal?" I'm like, "Are you fucking?"
They're dead.
I was like,
They're dead.
all I get is a picture of John just like with titties on his face. I'm like, 9 in the morning.
What are we doing? We're doing what they call the Lord's work. We're doing what the Lord's work is. But yeah, the festival's crazy because it was considered for them going to a music festival was considered like a very high class thing to do. So everybody stuff nice. Everybody's like there's like the biggest not the biggest, but really wealthy people going to this festival and enjoying themselves. And then you buy a drink and the drink's $14, $13. And we're like, that's considered expensive to you guys? That's considered expensive to us too, but I can go to the corner store right now and buy a drink for $2, $3. So it's like, yeah, going from paying $2 to going to pay 13 is obviously what the fuck. Again, that's how we kind of notice that these people are obviously not, you know, not your average Colombians while hanging around, walking around. And we've seen some great music that was there. Seth Troxler, back to back, Martinez Bros, the best music set I've seen my whole entire life. I was like, Jesus, spinning rap into house music and
Bro, you don't
disco.
understand. Hours back to back, Martinez Brothers Sex Rolex from 9 p.m. until 3 in the morning. They were supposed to close at 2, and they just kept on going. The police was trying to get them off, and said, it's like, Sex Rolex was like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Like, nobody was fucking leaving that place. It was like 2:45 in the morning. The place is just bugging. Like, in Toronto, by law would have shut everything down. Oh!
Yeah, I don't know, like, what are you
Like,
talking about?
yeah, I don't know if you went to EI this year. Electric Island, bro. They don't really turn up the master anymore because they do it inside of the city now. They move it to a different park because they can do it in Ontario Place or on the island anymore. Because of that, where did they move it, babe?
Ontario Place, yeah. No, Woodbine Beach.
Woodbine Beach.
The road.
But master wouldn't be passing like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. So like they have a small. Who was the headliner?
Oh, I don't know.
She was like a big headliner, but like the volume was like super low. These guys, I had ear protectors
Yeah.
in the concert, outdoors, just to put in perspective how loud that shit was. It was like it was like a building size of speakers, bro. I'm not even kidding you. Like,
Yeah, easily
massive,
30 feet.
like,
Easily.
like 2 towers, 20, 30 feet. And top of that, all the ones underneath with all fucking subs. Like it was insane. Like when so there was a kick, like to, and then we used to bring the actual bass. Everyone would just like, oh.
We had one of our friends every time a good.
Yo, they're screaming, pop. And it was like vibrating. Like I stayed right in the middle, right in the middle.
And I'm like that. I enjoy feeling it like anybody else. But if I at home next morning, my organs were rearranged, then that's when it's like, okay, no, thank you. Yeah, what else happened? Being there for being at the festival for 3 days. Right before that happened, we had an Airbnb set up. It was a pretty like bunk Airbnb, but what happened was it was overbooked. It was double booked. So we found out that it was double booked the day before we are gonna show up. We messaged the person and we're like, "Hey, we're on our way." Blah blah. I know, right? We're like, "Hey, we're on our way." Whatever. I was like, let's figure this out. This is not my last time this has happened. So I was like, hey, so can you find us somewhere? They said, no, we can't find something. So I contact Airbnb, and I'm assuming it connected me to like a Colombian um, line or whatever. And Sebastian speaking to this person, trying to like not get pissed off at this guy. And then eventually he was like, all right, Jamal, you take care of this. So I had the idea to swap my SIM card, and I called them again, hoping that it would like connect me to somebody else. And I don't know who I was speaking to, but this girl was a saint. Rachel, what a saint. Freaking this girl was like, so I can help you out. I'm gonna really try my best. And after maybe an hour, she was like, check your credit, see how much credit you have, and order anything you want in the surrounding area. And I was like, any hotel? She's like, any hotel. Just let me know how much it is, and I'll put the money in your account. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna pick. Yeah, it was amazing. When she said that, I was like, God bless you. So I ended up picking the place that we had was like 500, $600, something like that. I ended up picking like the best hotel in the area. I was like, fuck it, let's pick up the best hotel. and the best Airbnb. And once going there, fucking that place was wild. Like the spot was so good. They had like security right in the front. They had a corner store inside of the actual building, and they had a pool right behind the building is the beach. And we're at the beach basically every day in the morning before the festival. If we were actually able to get up early, these guys didn't go out to sleep the first day or something like that at all. And I was like, you guys are
We didn't
mad.
sleep for 2 days and a half, bro.
You guys are
We
mad.
went from like Friday morning until Sunday at 2 in the morning.
Oh, the strat, each day. The first day was the 2CV, was a 2CV day. 2C, sorry, 2CV. It's a 2C day. And a little, I think we finished.
I'll tell you what we bought in the whole trip.
Yeah, there you go. He's going to give you the whole Shabbat shalom.
In Cartagena, we bought 5 grams, 5 grams of 2CV, 2 grams of 10 6 that was 3 days. Yeah. And then on Medellin we had 9 grams of mushrooms. Probably about like 4 grams of, and then 3 ecstasies,
Yeah. Awesome.
and that's it.
No, we didn't have any ecstasy.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we
You're
did.
right. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right.
And we got a free bag of Tusi. So like we got like a bag of Tusi, and then yeah, we only went through like 4 or 5 grams. But we didn't want to keep doing Tusi because like we didn't know the Tusi like source as much as we knew the
Everything
one in
else.
Cartagena. Let me explain you because people think it's 2CB here, but it's actually 2C. 2CB is not sold here. 2CB is sold in Europe. It's white. It's white. It's flavorless. It doesn't taste like fucking strawberries like it does. And it's not based of ketamine. It's its own drug. 2C is based of ketamine. It's a ketamine based drug. That's why if you do too much, knock you. So it's like a enhanced ketamine. So it gives you it's a downer plus an upper in it. So that's 2C with the pink cocaine, quote unquote. 2CB is a white clear. It's a clear powder, not even white. It's like clear. It's like clear powder, and is an upper, like a confident boosters. Like everything feels good. Type of deal. It lasts like I don't know. I mean, how long did it last?
2CB lasts like
They
4
don't
hours or
do CB.
so.
I never done 2CB. They don't do CB.
But
I don't do
2C, I mean 2 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, 2CB is like acid and baby, acid and baby, acid and Molly if they had a baby, basically. Um, but what's the crazy thing that happened during that whole 3 days too? These fucking both these guys almost got their phone stolen. I actually got my phone stolen.
Bro, bro, I was dancing with these hotties. I know John was good. John's pretty good with it. But I was dancing with this hottie, and these 3 girls just walked by me, and pickpocketed me. And then these 6 group of girls were like hunting me down for a minute. And thanks God they were hunting me down for a minute because they were watching my back. Because I was just breaking down moves with these. So they were like watching me dance the whole time. So the moment that girl did that to me, one of the girls came up to me with her friend. He's like, "Yo, that girl just pickpocketed you. Do you have your phone?" I'm like, "No, I don't." I'm like, "Let's go." And they came with me to find the girl, and then we tackled the beach down. And oh yeah, bro, I got my phone back in the concert, and then I made a fucking scene. So I got the cops involved, and then I got her kicked out and everything. And then I'm such an idiot, bro, because that group of girls were like they were all fucking 9 and 10s. And I was been dancing with this girl for like a day and a half, so I already had her in the back. I was like, I don't want to put in the effort to like put another girl in the back. But like when I like talked to these girls after and I looked at them, I'm like, I'm such a fucking moron. Because I put it to home like 3 10s. Easy. I was so pissed with myself. And they were like watching my back. So after they watched my back, I was like sharing my drugs with them and shit. But yeah. Funny story.
Yeah, this guy he let
Bro.
them all walk away.
Yeah. Not only one, like a group of 6 hotties, bro. Like you will turn out by just by looking at them. Like gorgeous, bro. Like hair to toes. Hair to toes pretty. And they were all nice and like smiley and they were just feeding me drugs. I'm like, bro, what am I? And then I was dancing with this other girl that was feeding me drugs. But this other girl was like, they were like cool. They were like really cool people. They were from Costa Rica, so I was like, I know I'm not gonna ever see this girl again. I'll probably see those people if they are locals again. So that was my thought. But then like 2 days later go by and then I really look at the Instagrams. I'm
Just 95% of
You
people.
break your neck here, bro.
Yeah, you'll break your neck, rubber neck, and all every day.
If
And
you're
I'm so
bi.
sad about it.
like if you're a lady, if you're a bad lady, there's so many like good looking women here.
But yeah, in between all that happenings, we always were like, again, hanging out at the beach, eating food, eating everything we can possibly eat. Had like the best red snapper I've ever had in my entire life. Here, I lost my mind when I had the first bite. I was like, dude, this is fucking crazy. And like everybody has a fucking maid. Like everybody has somebody to like help clean the house up. But that's because they can afford it. They can simply afford that person to be here.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
They make us around 50,000, 6,000 pesos a day, so about $20 Canadian.
But
She's actually retiring from my family this month.
Oh, wow.
She got a government job.
Fuck yeah, she's rough. She's like that.
Cleaning the what do you call that? Like the council, like one of those places.
Oh, the council areas where they make rules and shit.
Yeah, like with the
That's gangster.
government
So
shops.
she's definitely she's definitely making
more.
she's definitely making it now. I'm not gonna say that. Fucking do your thing, Lupe, do your thing. Do your thing, 21. Do your thing, 21.
Bro, but she cooks so good, man. Like, bro, we ate the same breakfast from her every day. And we never got sick.
Yeah,
like
it was a different variation of the
different
same thing.
variation of the same thing. So it was like a different type of scrambled eggs, but it was scrambled eggs. It was she will make it with different things, and she will make like arepas. Oh man, like the arepas are just ridiculous.
So it's crazy. We're gonna come back. When we come back, she's not gonna be here. It'll be
She's gonna
somebody
be
else.
making arepas. Or something. We have to be making arepas.
Yeah, but we're gonna chef that shit up like Boyardee. Shit.
When I was growing up, yeah, she was the one raising me. Yeah, like when my parents were out, she was the one taking care of me. So like I know her since like I know her my whole life, bro. Like my whole I don't remember not knowing Lupe. She's been in my family's house. How old am I? 25. She's been with us 25 years.
At least. At the least.
Very least, yes. Very.
That's why I'm like, all right, if she's doing something else, like.
She works out. It was probably like her 50s. So she probably worked like 15 years and qualified.
Oh, all right, lit. Yeah, it is a government job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, job.
I brought my daughter here. So she was taking care of my daughter now.
Trust me, though, at the end of the story, the story does go full circle as well, which is so crazy. I was pretty alarmed when like hours ago today, I was like, buddy, we are at the location that we started this journey. We're ending it here as well.
We
I was
had
like,
the same.
wow, no way. Like, no way.
Yeah, we went to the same place that we first ate. We ate the last dinner there. We went through a lot of places. We went through like Airbnbs. Went through 1, 2, 3, 4. We went through 4 different Airbnbs and one of my buddy's place. So we stay in a total of 6 different places in here. My family. I know Cartagena well. I never really been to Medellin as an adult. That was my first time to Medellin too. Adult partying and like having fun and going around. We didn't only met Medellin. The buddy that we telling you, the angel that we met, his name is Edgar. He drove us to how many fucking like he drove
3 or
to
4
like
different locations.
more like 4 or 5 different locations, and out of those 4 were small towns, like different small towns around his place.
That he's like, I've lived in all these places that I've taken you. Like I've been here before. I've lived here for many years, and he's 42, so he's definitely been around. Like, but trust me, fine. That was so crazy. It's so crazy to hear.
No,
I don't even know how he's not. I don't know how.
He's such a he's got a jam, bro. Like he knows how to cook and shit. Like he has his own business. He's making good, really like. What's I gonna say? The reason why the way it is, it's just he had a couple of traumatic experience growing up. His parents kicked him out of the country when he was 13 years old because he was dating the teacher. He was dating his school teacher. She was like 21. And there's like, oh no, you can't do that. And so they kicked him out of the country, sent him to Florida. And then he did 5 years in Florida, came back to Colombia for 2, and then he moved to Spain after meeting a girl that was like way years older than him, and he was like, "You wanna come to Spain and just take care of my businesses because I have to go back to Romania to claim my pension, and I need somebody to watch my properties and business." So like, it was like an agreement relationship, you know.
Symbiotic.
Yeah. So he
Symbiotic.
was there for about 3 years, and then when he came back to Colombia, he actually dated the same teacher that he left Colombia from. And they dated for 10 years. And after 10 years, he wasn't ready to have a kid and all that. And she was like, "Well, I already missed my gap physiologically speaking, so I'm gonna adopt something." That's when he was out. And ever since he told me he had like a couple like he prefers long distance girlfriends because he just can't really like he doesn't really like long term commitment. He likes to have people for short term periods because even with friends, he told me like I love having my friends over, but like a week max, and then I'm like, all right, you guys gotta get the fuck out. And yeah, he had like two girlfriends after that girlfriend. I had a boyfriend too, and just nothing. He's like, nah, man, I'm just not for long term stuff. So yeah, made the choice. Like has made the choice, but he's a good catch, bro. Like he's a good looking man with good income, and nigga cooks.
Boyardee,
Bro, like
he
you
shouts
don't
out like
get it, bro.
Boyardee.
He whips it out in like 20 minutes on stupid meals, bro. Like beautiful person. He even like the colognes, eh? Tell it.
Yeah, he even freaking at one point in the trip, he was like, "What kind of cologne do you guys like?" And we all told him what it was, and he's like, "Great, I have a connection in the city. This guy can get any cologne for you guys for free, full bottle, and I'm gonna get you guys it all." So when we went to our last Airbnb and came back, we ended up taking an Uber to not an Uber, a vehicle to his actual house, and he's like, "Well, hi guys, let's go on this adventure. Oh, by the way, these are all your bottles of perfume." And I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And I was asking for fried chicken for the whole trip, and this guy was like, "Here you guys go, fried chicken with maple, blessed with some soup, blessed with some rice." And I was like, "Okay, if somebody's not marrying this guy, I'm gonna be gay in about a second." 2 seconds, I'm about to be gay. Like, no way, because this is too crazy.
Like, I was like too good, bro. So we like kept contact. I'm gonna come. Me and Jamal plan to come back to do a couple of like physical procedures here because beauty check here is really cheap. Oh, look at that! Look at that fire!
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what the frig?
It's an actual fire going
Well, it's probably some type of nuclear fire.
on. It's just how people that you're like
You can't say
you can't stay away from them too long.
You know, at our age, we don't have a roster. Yeah, we don't have a roster for new friends anymore, really. That guy for sure. I'm like, bro, you are not allowed to leave us ever again. Friend, I guess officially you're now our friend. One of the people here that we met and we hung out with more than once, it really puts the stigma that a lot of people think about this country to shame, 100%. Like fucking Juan, Edgar, that crazy lady, all those people were actually way better Canadians, like lack of better words, way better Canadians than true Canadians at some points. Like, he stay in our house. I don't know the guy. I could have murdered him.
Yeah, bro.
Stay in our house, cooked us food, drive us everywhere. The other lady, same thing, drove us everywhere, took us to places. Juan took care of us like we are his brother and sister. He's like, you gotta hang out with me. I'm gonna take you wherever I usually go to. I'm just gonna do things because I just want you to be happy. And if you're happy, I'm happy. And we're all good together. And all three of them didn't even really speak English.
Yeah, like after the club, they were like just like, yo, let's keep going. We got you. I'm like, what do you mean? And just increases your blood pressure, so you feel hot. So when you feel hot, it makes all the other drugs wake up. It's not meant to last. It's meant to wake up the other things.
One lady that like helped us out and drove us to places. Like after I seen this girl,
the crazy lady.
Yes,
the crazy lady.
This lady, she's like, "I'll take you guys to the after hours, the AP." And I'm like, "Sure, no problem." And we're driving.
She literally like kidnapped me.
Yeah, literally. And
There
we're
was
like,
a
all right.
moment that I was like, I want to go home. She's like, nah, man, we're going to the
AP.
like, bro,
But no regrets.
I want to go home.
No
I
regrets.
got there, had one beer, and left. I'm like, I'm leaving. Like, I'm actually want to go home. People want to stop, bro. It's crazy. Like, Gary's crazy. Do you think that with the Batman she did?
I was just gonna say actually that what she did, which is how when I knew for real that these people are lawless people. Like they do not follow the rules. They don't follow their own rules. they don't follow their own laws, their own suggestions. We were driving straight towards the location, and turns out we're supposed to be driving the opposite direction. So instead of her go, and because there's no like the highway and the street is blocked by a cement, so we actually could not turn around. What does this girl do? She just puts the car in reverse and starts driving in reverse. In
kilometer in reverse.
Full kilometer in reverse to the club. She's like, don't worry, we just have to drive back for a little bit and I can actually get back on the regular
Literally
road.
almost died.
So just think about us driving like this. Like this is the car driving like this, and this is the other lane. She decided to drive backwards. And while all the cars are going like this, she's like, don't worry, they're not gonna hit us. I was like, I not. You make a what? You're putting your trust in them, putting your trust in you by not doing this. She's like, oh, we're not driving. We're not going 10 minutes to drive to go 10 minutes back. I'm doing this. It's going to take us 2 minutes. And I swear to God, we almost had a full-on collision with a truck. Like, coming, she's like, stop. The truck has to stop. And then, yeah, the truck stopped and she stopped. And
Scary, bro.
I was like, dude, now I know you people don't live by the rules. Like, Nick, bro, the fucking signs, the street signs, the stop signs, the drive 30 kilometer signs, those are all just suggestions. Those are literally all just suggestions. It's like, please stop if you can.
Or if you win.
When you can, if you can.
Or if you want.
If you want, I don't know. But like, this is just in case. So if something happens, it's your fault. Like we warned you. I'm like, shut up, bro. Because I look right now on the street and I see 2 lanes. However, somehow you can fit three cars and 2 motorcycle lanes. I'm like, nigga, there's two lanes there. How do you fitting 3 motorcycles or 3 cars in the same 2 lanes? These people are just been going right beside each other and just hi. Driving right beside a motor vehicle, driving right beside a bus, no problem. Like
right beside, like not you think she may be thinking like beside here.
yeah,
No, I'm like
I can touch the fucking bus.
Yeah.
I can touch the car with my hand because and they're like, no problem, it's fine. Oh, do I need to jump on the sidewalk for a second? Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll drive on the sidewalk for a second with a motorized vehicle, and there's no problem with that. Everybody knows that eventually somebody has to do that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Can the bikes and the motor vehicles drive bus lane? Yeah. People riding on a bike, like a pedal bike,
Cartagena is not the
dangerous.
not a city for that. Medellin, maybe.
Yeah, 'cause it's like a metropolis. So we're done the festival. We finished everything, and once the festival was actually over, we decided to take take a bus to this place called Santa Marta, and as well as to check out this place called Tyrona Park and Tyrona National Park. So we went to on our way there. They're fucking like taking our information, like our IDs, like our birthday, where we're going, like all our information. I'm like, I like taking all this sensitive information. And then right before we get on the bus, some guy comes with a freaking camera and he's like, look at the camera. And he's like getting everybody's faces on the camera. And I was like, Sebastian, why is he doing this? He's like, just in case that the bus gets robbed. And I'm like, what did you just fucking what did you tell me? Why do I have to be afraid about pirates taking over the bus? He's like, that happens, bro. It happens. It's what's it called? The bus it's a regular bus that yeah, it's just a bus that it's like the go bus. Yeah, Greyhound, correct. That's the one. Greyhound. Sometimes the police will stop you. They probably stopped one because we were with a local going in like an area that is for locals, and that's probably why the police were like, these guys look like they might get robbed in a second, or was they might be buying drugs and we can catch them and try to fucking get some money off of them. When they did stop us, they were like they searched John and Juan hard, like hard. They didn't check me about that.
Like, huh? Black guy?
Yeah, black shit. Yeah, he's like, it looks like he's from here. I was like, all right, brother. He might be the ringleader actually, so we shouldn't deal with him. um, we didn't have anything at the time, luckily. Yeah, thank God. We didn't have anything. But yeah, that's the only time that happened. But yeah, we took a bus, 5 hour bus ride. It was a nice ride. It was nice because we've seen a lot of things going the whole way there, internet and everything, AC and everything. Took this bus to the national park area. We got like this fire fucking fried rice for $1, $2 basically, and it was like a full out like $6-7 fucking rice and fried rice for fucking $2. And once we got to this yeah, exactly 13. When we got to this place, like the place we were called Tyrone of Paradise, we were gonna stay there for 2 nights. And when we got there late, this girl's like, "Don't worry, we're gonna get to this place. We're gonna get to a paradise. It's gonna be nice. We have to cross a river though." And I was like, "We gotta cross a river to get this fucking place in the dark at like 11 o'clock at night." She's like, "Yeah, you guys have water shoes, right?" I'm like,
Luckily, we did have.
yeah, luckily we all wore wearing shoes that could go into the water. Luckily, but I was like, "Dude, what the? Are you telling?" Like that should be on the fucking front page.
They did say that to told you as
Like I must have forgot. I guess then I must have forgot. But going to that Tyrone Paradise was fucking great because it really was like a like isolated, like oasis. Yeah, private oasis. Like you can hang out there. There's only 6 cabins, and each cabin was fucking super massive. You can fit at least 4 people in it, 4 or 5 people. And each cabin that we were in had hammocks, and the area was just like very quiet all day long. It was nice to go to that after 3 days of music and going hard. So we went to that and enjoyed ourselves there. We even got breakfast there for free. Um, and even during then, like before that, we like would hang out just together and just do our own thing. We then went to this other place, the actual national park, and we noticed that to be in this national park, there's like native people there, like true native Colombians who've been living here for 400 years, kind of. But we couldn't go and see them. We weren't allowed. The whole place spans about 7 hours walk. So Sebastian convinced us to do a horse ride, and I was like, I don't want to do it at the beginning. And then after doing it for a bit, I was like, cheer me up. So I'm taking my horse. Everybody's like galloping and doing their own thing. And later on that day, like maybe 30 minutes into it, fucking these guys like bolt off ahead of me. And I'm like, guys, we're going too fast now. So I try to catch up and I go further than the people that were behind us now. So now I'm in the middle of both of them. And I'm like, it's just me and mystery now. So I'm by myself for maybe 20 minutes or so. I get to the end, and we're in the jungle. I remind you, like not the fucking forest or
no, like
the jungle. Like you can like with horses, you can go off the path and just fucking say goodbye to everybody if you wanted to. But I'm like, well,
I don't speak English.
Yeah, I don't speak English here.
Spanish, sorry.
I don't even fucking speak horse, bro. And
you had no cash.
I had no money, and I'm like, well, I'm in the jungle right now, and
I got everything with me.
what the fuck do I do? So I'm trying to like figure out now, should I go back? Should I go forward? And even the horse is like, I don't fucking know, bro. Like, so I'm like, okay, horse, lead the way. So I just fucking and I just let the horse lead the way for like 20 minutes. So now we're going on like easily over 30 minutes now by myself, and I, I was like, well, I'm gonna become Jungle Boy if I stay here any longer. So I just kept on going, and I got to the end of the beach area, and now I'm like, well, I see a few people here.
I see a few horses here. Let me just drop all my
Exactly.
horses.
I was like, I'm just gonna drop the horse off here. So I just noticed the horse was dressed up the same. So I was like, I'm gonna drop my horse off here, basically. And it turned out it was actually the wrong area. So I had the wrong 5 minutes after that in the direction they were in, and I knew I was at least going the right direction of the path, and I knew they were ahead of me. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep walking this path, and this is now a side quest. I was like, this is now my own side quest by myself. I'm walking around and just trying to figure out where to go. I've seen a few sites myself, and then maybe an hour and a half later, they finally just jump off of a ledge. And when I jump off a ledge, all of a sudden I hear is fucking finally. These guys are like at the beach, this beach area, just waiting for me. And I was like, well, I made it. I'm not jungle boy.
So what happened is like he got off at the first beach. He got off a 45-minute walk distance from where we got off in our horses.
No
Signal,
service.
it's
There's no service in the jungle.
Like I'm not kidding you, it's the real jungle. That it's not like oh, it's a kind of
Yeah,
jungle.
like
Actual, yeah.
like
You'll find monkeys.
you'll find monkeys, you'll find iguanas, you'll find fucking alligators. Jungle. I was scared. I was at the beginning. I was scared, but I was like, "Oh, God bless." Whenever I find the beach always meets humans because people love water. So I was like, eventually, I'll find somebody instantly when I get to the water. And yeah, I did instantly. Uh, but after we met up with them, we went back. Obviously, we went back to our campsite, hung out there. Then we went back, took the whole beach back all the way. Sorry, we walked the way back. And then that was brutal. And from walking there, we went back again, and that was a good journey. But going to that journey is like was like it was only 200 kilometers, but it was on fire because all the turns and twists and this and that. It was pretty crazy. We do back when we got back. Did the same thing. Went back to just hanging out at the beach for a few days. Freaking, there was this one girl that basically broke my neck to the point where I thought I was dead for a minute.
Like cracking it.
Yeah, like she just took my neck and started doing this. Also, I was like, okay, I'm dead. I literally gasped air because I'm like, oh my gosh. I was scared. I was so scared. But I think she knew what she was doing. You met a man on the beach as well. This man,
Oh my god. This story is a little bit. Okay, so he can't talk. He literally like he has a mouth
speech impediment.
Yeah, so he can't talk at all, but he can hear it. And he was a really nice cool guy, and he sells mango in the beach.
Go mango, mango, mango.
But he doesn't say mango.
Yeah, I mean, that's not.
He just he's like, hey, we see you again. He comes says hi again. He sells out all his mangoes. So I'm like, yeah, yeah, nice, nice. So I give him I start drinking him shots. Like, yo, come reach, hang out with us. So I start giving him shots and shit. The guy finds us some blow. It was like we were communicating with the guy. He didn't speak a word.
Yeah, they're drawing in the sand to each other.
Yeah, we like drawing the sand.
They didn't talk.
And then he tells me that he has 2 kids and a wife. I'm like, whoa, sick. Like, yeah, one time I catch her cheating, and then I killed the man. I'm like, what?
Yeah, legit, legit freaking.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, yeah. So he explained the story that he was calling her many times to her phone and she wouldn't pick up. Then one day he called work off early and went to check on her and then found her with a guy. And then he said, okay, no problem, whatever. He left. And then he found a hitman and killed the guy.
But don't forget.
But this is poor.
Yeah,
Like
the
below of poor people. Like people that
I built my house
in a place that I don't have to buy a lot type of deal.
So these people are true savages. And again, when it comes to Colombia, unfortunately, if a Colombian kills another Colombian, it's not news. But if a Colombian kills anybody else from out of the country, news. It's people are gonna know about it kind of deal. So
yeah, especially within poor neighborhoods, just violence happening within poor neighborhoods. It may not look at it the same as it may happen somewhere else, right? And yeah, the guy just literally put on a meat to hiding humans and killing this guy.
And I'm like, if that happens, if that's stories like that's happening out here, like There's lawless nature once again. Once again, lawless nature.
We just can't give me shots.
And right before we even like head to Medellin, so this is like the night before Medellin. Um, I was again. Sebastian was like nowhere to be found, and this is
Okay,
Johnny
okay,
and
okay,
my.
okay. Let me explain you that again. Bro, I'm like, bro, I'm getting like, I'm getting like, I'm getting like, cheat on a lot here, okay? So, gotta take advantage of it, right? So, I pick out this beauty slides. I pick out of a lady with her friends, and they were fucking beautiful people. They're like the angel guy. He come meet us. He come take us out to the club that we wanted to go. We go there. The music was alright. We're like, what's going on? The vibe is just not it. So I go check out the next spot over. The girl that I was telling you, she literally called me. She's like, "What are you?" I'm like, "I'm at this club." So they pull up. He just wanted to hang out with me. So they pull up. I get a bottle. I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Um, and then these guys are like, "Yo, we're gonna go check out this other club." I'm like, I can't really leave. These people just came here for me. I can't really leave them. Be like, "Yo, let's go to another club." You know what I mean? Like, it's just not the best look. So they were real local. So I was like, "Sure, you guys go. Let me know. And we'll meet back at the apartment." I enjoy my night with this beauty, with hottie. I'm like having the greatest time of my life, making out with this girl and shit. And then at the end of the night, like I have to like, because her friends were not from Medellin, she was being the host. I'm gonna host my friends. I can't really come back with you. I'm like, I already knew it. They were just cool people. So I'm like, cool, no problem. I'm just gonna keep on going. All right. So I bump into I bump into the crazy lady. The crazy lady, we met her at the other city too. She drove from Cartagena to Medellin by herself. 10 hours, just not sleep, just booked it. She's crazy, man. She's like, yo, let's go party. I'm like, okay, let's go, whatever. Let's go to the next spot. She takes me to an AP, right? I get to his AP, and then I get a phone call. Then my buddy's like, bro, I don't trust the girls that are in the apartment right now. What's going on? He's like, where the fuck do you guys go? I went to this sick place called Salon Amador. Sick fucking place. They were dancing with. No, it's like Amador. It doesn't even make sense. Amador is actually like a last name. But they were like, I was like, yo, where do you guys go? He's like, oh, we went to Salon Amador, went to his reggaeton place. And these guys were dancing with like the hotties all night long. And then right before we left, I turned around and there we fucking a pair of sixes. I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? like they were like dancing with tens, and then the moment they leave, they just go swoop when they were too drunk. They go swoop at these other two fucking. My body was telling me a story. I'm on the phone, but this is my body POV telling me a story. It's like, I don't know, man. We're dancing with these hotties all night, drinking with these hotties, having fun, and then I turn around before we leave, and then suddenly there's like these two other girls in the cab that they were like a good 6 or 5. Dude, I'm in an AP like right now. Like, if you want to get the fuck out, get them out of there, friend. Like, get them out of there, come here. He's like, yeah, but one more thing. He's like, what? Jamal lost his phone. I'm like, oh my God. Asking how. So Jamal, in his leadiness, he's fucking gave the phone to the Uber driver with the GPS. He just got off the Uber driver. He just got off the Uber, left the phone in there. This is 7:30 in the morning today. Yeah.
So RIP to that phone. It was unfortunate, but the music was great. Obviously, to those three places that we went, and once again, it was our angel that took us to these places. He was like, "Man, we should just check out these new other places." I promise. So I was like, "All right." You guys didn't give too much help because you didn't really have any options for what to do. So I kind of just said sayonara, hasta luego to that phone because I already knew it was gone. I messaged one friend and he said it himself too. He's like, that area is a really kind of not a good place to go by yourself. You need to kind of go with people or you need to go with police, but you can't go by yourself to go check out this location. Lastly, the last location it was at was kind of what I was trying to do was stop and once it stops moving, then I go to this location that it stopped at. It stopped at a cell phone kiosk that probably was like a strip mall of multiple cell phone shops. So I was like, well, once again, strike three. goodbye phone. So yeah, I just had hostile legal to it. However, the night before that, night before that, sorry, the night of that, basically, we were hanging out with these people. Actually, no, I think that was later that thing
It
happened.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. So either way, after the phone was gone, and it was 7 a.m. Yeah, fucking this guy came finally and was like, "You guys need to leave." So they fucking finally left, and that same
Oh yeah,
night-
I had to do a Sebastian and be like, "You girls need to get the fuck out of my apartment right now." They're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, grab your shit, get the fuck out of my apartment right now." And they're like, "Oh, I can't believe you treat me like that after night." It's like, bitch, I don't owe you anything.
I don't
You
even
don't
know
know.
you.
I don't even know you. You know more than literally a hoe. Grab your shit, get the fuck out of my house. Nah.
And
And then the other one was even better. Wait, the other one was cool. I like the other girl.
Yeah,
Like your
actually.
girl was like really nice to hang out with. So I was like, you don't need to leave. I just want her to leave. She's annoying and I don't trust her. I think she's gonna steal from us. Um, I was literally saying this out loud, bro, in Spanish. Like I was like, no fucking holding back. I'm like, you need to get the fuck out of here. Like I don't know you. The other was like, you're gonna stay. I like you. Like it's all good. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, yeah. Like I'm telling you. If I wanted you to leave, I would have told you to leave. like yo, this is the funny part. So the other girl, she's like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna come with you guys to the other place. The other place is like a 3 hour drive. I'm just like, yeah, 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 okay, cool. Do you wanna like go to your place and like grab some clothes and shit? She's like, yeah, yeah, for sure. So we pull up to her place, literally in front of her house. She get off to say like, she's like, okay, I'll be right back. And as soon as she get off the car, I'm like, all right, boys, hoping let's get the fuck out. We just dump her there, bro. It's so funny. Fuck and roll.
He had to. He had to. She was there forever. She literally was like, "I'm staying. I'm coming with you guys." I'm like, "Dude, it's literally the location." Yeah, it's in there. After I lost my phone, basically, we went to the next Airbnb, which was a 2.5 hour drive away, and holy fuck, that place officially was like the best Airbnb we have been to because it was you can see away as far as the eye can see. You can see maybe 100 kilometers of just mountains and people working and cows and fucking shit. And this is during the day. We got there during the night again. And you know what happened when we got there during the night? I see Sebastian get out of the vehicle and he shines a light and he shines a light to the stairs of the location. He's like, what were we looking for? Fucking cows. Just like just chilling, eating. And they're like, welcome to the Airbnb, brother. And they literally Sebastian starts walking towards them and they start walking to the door of the Airbnb. Like that location that we were in, I swear to God, the animals started talking to us. Like dogs started talking to us, horses started talking to
It's
us.
so funny, bro. We were like, yo, where do we go get these? And then a dog pulled up in front of us and he just walked us to the store.
Yeah, the dog really stared at us and then turned around and started walking to the store. He was just like, "Follow me, brothers." I take food as payment, by the way. Right. So yeah, we went to that location and it was so nice, like just to be like there and the street that we were on, that Airbnb was on. There's probably like 12 people that live on that street. Like there's 12 houses, maybe. And then you're at the bottom of the hill. It's like a ravine going down to the bottom, but at the bottom there's no water. It's just bottom of the mountain, basically. And it's considered the jungle, I guess you can say, another portion of the jungle, but it's very vast.
It's like the forest.
Yeah, forest. It's closer to forest, like a forest jungle, yeah. And that place had so much nice like sightseeing spots to look at and things that we could see. Not to mention, once again, our fucking angel drove us there. This is like we stayed at his house the night before, and then from there he's like, "I'm just gonna drive us to his location." I was like, fucking, yeah. And the only person that was added was Mr. Edgar. He's the only guy.
It was three. What are you talking about? It was you, me, and
Well,
John.
like he drove us to his location and he left.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah, and then yeah, for the next 2 days it was just us three hanging out with each other, and that was nice because we enjoyed our time with each other. We just hung out. We did some mushrooms. We had all the stages. We basically had a new sense of life, I guess you can say, from doing that whole 9 grams with each other. Then after that, we ended up going with yeah, we went with Edgar again to this place called El Peñol, which is a city. It's also the name of a huge rock. When I mean like 300-foot rock.
The food is low. It was 700 steps in the stairs to go at the top of the mountain, the rock.
Yeah, 700 steps going all the way up. Like it's pretty nuts. And at the top of it was the sightseeing of basically every single town in maybe 300 kilometers, and you can see it with your own eyes because you're so high up in the air that everything's just there. Like I wish I had my phone at this point because like being there, I was like, dude, this is the best photos we're gonna get right now. The best photos.
We got a lot of pictures.
Yeah, and it's considered the mountains, basically. It's considered the mountains because there's no water. There's the water that's there.
What
It's
is
from
it's man-made?
yeah,
Is that
man,
water?
geyser water.
It's so they flooded. Let me explain you the story. The Peñol, the town, they flooded the town with yeah, like a ravine of water to create energy for the country. You know, so they flooded the Peñol, and the only thing that you can see, like there is a city underwater. You can actually go under the water, and you find the city. You find the road of the city. You find the church. You find all that thing. But the only thing that is left above the water is the cross of
Church.
the church, and then they made a small replica of the town for people to look like it was what it was like. But they flooded all the water that you see around the piedra, around the peñol, is like human made source. It's only about 2 kilometers deep, but it's muddy water. It's not like sea. It's to create energy for the country. It supplies 30% of the energy in Colombia.
Just a view section. You can eat, drink, you know.
Yeah, we ate, we drank at that location. You heard of Circle? They did a DJ set there. I think Above and Beyond did a DJ set at that location.
That's a wonder of the world. That's one of the wonders of the world, Colombia, for example. A lot of wonders of the world. A lot of random spots like breathtaking.
Oh, and by the way, the weather once we got from Cartagena, which was basically 39 degrees every day,
Very, very nice.
to going to there, which was like 20, 22
Every day.
every day. It's like the perfect weather to live in. Yeah, like, yeah. You're not fucking melting on your way up there. You're like, just, you're actually able to do it basically.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's true. Imagine going up that shit down here.
I would have died. I probably died. No,
Kokoro, I wanna go there.
That's near Cali, so that's our next year that we're gonna do next.
It's really similar, but it's more fauna. It's more green,
more.
more flat green.
Just all the shit.
Oh, trust me, I'm into coffee. I'm being picky with black coffee unlimited.
Yeah, propaganda, buddy.
Trust me.
Man, you know like who fucking makes some good fucking coffee?
And yo,
The Angel.
but this guy has so he bought a little lot. That he wants to build his like retirement, like sorry, his cottage. And he bought a little like 2 acres, and then in those 2 acres, he has a guy working 200 stick of coffee for his own production. So he produces his own coffee for him and his family, and just have a
Just
couple of like
unlimited coffee forever, basically.
no, it's not like he had a couple, he still buys coffee back. It's like every like I go at least a bag a month for myself. We drink a lot of coffee here. Like I drink like 2, 3 coffees a day here, easy. And I'm just talking about like black coffee with a little bit of sugar. Not like
And like a cup like this big, like no fucking Tim Hortons jug. 'Cause that's not coffee, that's a drink.
After we were at this enchanted Airbnb, we decided that yeah, we're just gonna go back and once again see the angel again because this is the last time we're gonna be able to see him really for the whole day, like for his whole trip, and who knows how long after that, right? So we took a taxi back to his place, and from there he asked, he was like, Cascade or City?
And we did
And
both.
yeah, we ended up doing both. So we're going to this waterfall that's just in the mountains once again. Like in the mountains, we drove to this place and I can once again see some crazy sights. And we're
That's
just
pretty crazy though. That side was actually really crazy. It was like hidden in the jungle. Like you
yeah,
go up
an
the little
hour
stream,
drive.
an hour drive, and then you go up this like little path, and then suddenly out of nowhere you start hearing the shh, and it's just the water coming down like super fast, like beauty, beauty, beauty. And then I don't even know the name. To be honest, it's one of those like local little spots, you know.
Yeah,
And there is a deck, and the deck broke, and we almost fucking died.
yeah. The person was like you can put your hands on and so on, and like rest on basically with your arms and so on. That fell into the water.
Into the water, we almost died.
The John Rock. Like all these locations that we went to, like even the El Camino monument and everything, Edgar has been there years ago. He's like, I remember being here on the rock when it was just wooden and like ground dirt rocks. When it was just natural rocks to get to the top.
You know, it was
That's crazy.
it was like they had like wooden stairs, but they were like falling.
Yeah, thought it was great. And same thing with the waterfall. He's like, I used to come to the waterfall all the time when I was a kid. And like the water was crazy. This and the third. And I'm like, man, we're just going like we're just doing this guy's life tour right now, basically. His biopic. We're doing this guy's biopic. We went to all these great places.
We also went to a little boat.
Yeah.
He took us in a little boat ride, too.
We went on a little boat ride. He took us to Guatape. We ate gotten some good food. We had like medicated beer there. We had all the stuff in Guatape.
Guatapé, bro. Mira, there is a thing in Guatapé that so the whole town has this topic of like under how do you call that section in the houses? The baseboards of the walls, like the lower section of the walls in the houses that normally speaking it goes from like brick to concrete or like drywall technically on the outside of the houses on the outside of your parents' house. You know the lower section right there, like under the brick goes like stucco or goes like what? So yeah, or clay or whatever. Okay, in this town, there's a legislation that every single house, no matter like if you're downtown or no, it has to have like little like comics drawn, like comics related of our culture, like donkeys carrying coffee or people drinking coffee or like anything related to our culture type of deal. That is like 3D. They're not like drawn. They're like 3D sticking out of the wall. Town is like I'll send you some picture.
It made it look really nice because like very vibrant and beautiful and a very tiny knit town. But
But it felt like magical. It felt like a magical town, like one of those towns I see hold this magic, you know.
oh, we didn't even fucking tell you that we almost got robbed in Medellin.
So yeah, we went to Comuna 13, like the old Pablo neighborhood with used to like help out the poor people. I'm sure you heard of that. Now it's turning into like
Tourist
a
attraction.
tourist attraction scene. But like there is a limit. Like you go and there is the touristic side, and if you keep going, you get into a neighborhood. You know, the neighborhood doesn't look as pretty as the touristic side, of course. And we're like right at the edge of the neighborhood, and then on the touristic side, and then we see this guy walk by. Nothing, doesn't say anything. He comes back, and then he whistles. Like he has a certain whistle, like a sign. Then another guy goes by, like, 10 minutes go by, didn't think about it too much. Another guy step up like 2 levels on top of us in the neighborhood, in one of the houses, stick out of the balcony, and does the exact same whistles when he looks at us. Like, bro, we're getting signal on. I didn't even pick out on the white boy did. The white boy was like, I think we're getting like whistle on. We need to get the fuck out. So we literally just like dipped.
And I swear to God, literally the moment we got down to the bottom where it's like touristic. We've seen all four of those guys chilling together, like at the top of the hill where we were about 15, 20 seconds ago. And I was like, yep, they definitely wanted to rob us. That's what we had. But
We were smoking weed and chilling, so we're probably thinking like, oh,
good
that's easy
target.
to, yeah, easy target.
Oh
Of
yeah,
course, yeah.
absolutely. I don't recommend coming here alone.
Colombia is not a place to travel. Should that people be like, oh, I want to go to Colombia alone? Like, no,
That's how you're gonna leave alone too. In a body bag.
or like without nothing.
Yeah,
So,
nothing. So no, I recommend for sure you.
these countries are not.
Yeah, they're not
You need to like, yeah.
freaking
Don't come here.
Cartagena was like level 1 wanted level, and then Medellin was like level 2 wanted.
Especially if you don't speak the language.
Yeah.
You get eaten. You'll get everything oversold. Like something that costs $10, you
Yep.
get sold for like
They're cheaper
35.
for us almost.
Every time that these guys were trying to like buy something, I had to negotiate for them.
I'd for us once, almost cost us 50,000, which would have been $30 for 5 minutes.
And not only that, I talked to the guy. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be half the price. Take these guys home. It's half the price. I'm gonna go to a different spot, and then, or I'm gonna go in the other car. Actually, that's gonna be the crazy lady." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, for sure, 25,000." And then he gets to the place, and he's like, "You guys owe me 50,000."
Yeah, no, obviously, yeah, both of us, John and I, were like, "No, bro, what do you mean?" I literally just threw his 20 whatever cash to him, and it's just I was like, "John, just get out, get out. You just got out of the vehicle because yeah, we're not waiting, obviously. Or there's no point in doing that." But, yeah, as I said, there was obviously with all the good, there was that one or two times where like, fuck, we're in a pickle.
Like there was a time that when I got my phone stolen, I got it back. I went to a washroom. I got to the washroom, I do a bump and shit, and fucking buddy was like, he just came out. I was like, there was a white guy just talking to me. Yo, what's going on? He's like, oh, I just got my phone stolen. I was telling him like, oh, watch out, they're stealing phones. I just got mine stolen. He's like, oh yeah, I just got mine stolen not too long ago. It was pretty much by the same people.
We're like fasting.
Those girl was eating. This girl ate right. Those girl ate proper. That in my fanny, in my side bag.
But he's on
But I was,
dancing and so
I
on, so
was
he's not paying
like
attention.
dancing and shit. I didn't even feel the hand, bro. And I'm like super aware of shit. Like I'm not an easy person to rob. I like, didn't even right, didn't feel nothing.
Yeah, some kind of hand shit. Yeah,
Definitely has some good juju.
but after all of that business, we kind of like, after the Medellin trip and everything was over, we flew back to Cartagena, and we hung out for 2 days. We went to two small days before John left. One was like a little small club night. One was a beach day. During the club night, freaking once again, we almost got hustled by these people. We're freaking at this club and bought a bottle. Like we didn't even buy the bottle. Sorry, we
No. We went to meet them with bodies, and then where did I go?
I don't remember to be honest.
Then I went to get laid again.
Something like that.
Something like that. I always leave them because I go to get laid.
Most likely. So he's gone, and
I'm
we go to his
gone.
place.
They go with these two girls at the club.
And yeah, freaking these two girls, once again, Juan was there and this group of other people, whatever. And we're in the club. And I see this girl signaling at me. She's like signaling at me like, you got this bottle, right? And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is she talking to me right now? She's trying to get me to pay for this bottle right now. And the dude comes up to me later. And he's like, the price is $600 dollars, 600,000, which is like roughly something like $200.
It's only just under $200.
So I was like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, my bad. So he obviously now is trying to hustle and like finesse it to get something out of me. He's like, 150. 150. I was like, no, I want nothing because I drank one shot out of this, 2 shots.
Who was hustling? The person, the bar?
The lady.
Or that girl?
And the lady. Both of them at the same time. Like, he's just trying to make his money because
These random
girls ordered the bar. At first, and there's like 9, 10 of us that came together. And she's like, yeah, you, this guy, and this guy, as in me, uh, and then the other two people that also renew. He's like, those four are paying for the bottle. And I was like, no, dude, no way. So obviously, after he stopped trying to get money from me, he went to John. John gave him some type of cash. And then later on the night again, came back to me. John immediately when he gave the cash, he's like, I'm going downstairs. Fuck this. So he went downstairs because he's like, this is not a good time anymore. I just got money taken from me. So he went downstairs and the guy came back to me again. God bless that I was pretty good because he's like, put your credit card in, let's pay for this. And I put my card in, but I put the wrong code in. And because the numbers were not 1 2 1 2 3 from the bottom, it was 1 2 3 from the top. So I was like, what the fuck's going on with this mobile? So I put in the wrong number. Card is blocked. And card gets blocked. So the guy's like, you should go downstairs and get money from your boy. And I was like, yeah, I should actually. So I got downstairs, I got outside, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm fucking outside. Like, because this guy, he took my credit card before, but he gave it back to me. And he's like, go downstairs and get some money from this guy. So I went downstairs and I got the money, and I'm like, why the fuck would I go back inside? I'm just gonna, I was like, I'm just gonna leave. I just left, basically.
So you guys never pay for anything?
Yeah,
or what?
well, John still ended up paying something, so I'm pretty sure I split the bill with him. I was like, I'll just give you half the cash of whatever was spent. That way you don't fucking lose all your money, right? And yeah, that was it when it came to that. And that was the last time any like tomfoolery ended up happening, basically. Yeah, exactly. The rest of the trip was basically smooth sailing because that was the end of it. Like we smoked weed with some military guy at the beach.
Oh yeah, we were smoking weed. So, and then the military, you know, the army just like pulls out. Well, the guy that works for that rents the tents at the beach, like I became like buddies with him because I've been going to the same spot the whole time. You know, like I go to the same tent. That's my tent, you know. So I always get a good deal and shit. So I just pull up and say hi to buddy, and buddy's like, "Yo, uh, the army guy over there that watches the club, literally a guy with a full-on army suit, holding an AK-47, like he just wants to have a hit. You giving a hit? I'm like, of course, yeah. So I'm like smoking with the army and giving shots to the 10 guy. Three jokes, bro. Colombia's just a really laid back country.
Some of them were fucking driving around for a bottle of Gatorade.
Oh yeah, so like for example, like we come out of the grocery store that's nearby, which is you know a 5 minute 10 minute walk, and I'm like we're out of cash, right? I just bought a bunch of Gatorades, bought a bunch of groceries, and I just ran out of physically cash. I don't really use my car here. I just take out cash and it goes, and I just carry around. I don't even carry my car around, just in case I get robbed, I lose it, anything. I just carry like 200,000, 300,000. I spend it, take out more, whatever. I take out at once and I just leave it at home. So yeah, a lot of the cases when you just buy things and you physically run out of money, so you have to go get money, or you're going back home, right? Physically ran out of money. I bought a bunch of like Gatorades with your mom, or a bunch of Gatorades, like yogurts, cereals, just a bunch of shit. And then I'm like, bro, this shit is heavy. I don't want to walk back to my house. It's like 10 minutes. So there is the motor taxis. I'm like, I like call the motor taxi and like, bro, I ran out of cash. I give you a Gatorade for you to drive me like literally 2 minutes up the street. And they just take it, bro. Just like sure. The Gatorade costs 4,000. The ride costs 2,000. So technically like
Not to mention, it's fucking hot.
and it's fucking hot and sweating. So they're hot and sweating. And I just have this cold ass Gatorade or that cold ass beer. And they will just drive you.
You're like, all right.